Hi, welcome to Professor Kev Show. As you can see, I got my buddy Pratham with us from Finance by Pratham. Good afternoon, my friend. Thanks for taking the time to come on the show.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Hi, you're welcome, my friend. So before we talk about Finance by Pratham, tell me about yourself as a person. What should we know about you?
Sure. My name is Pratham. I'm a junior in finance at UMass Lowell. Um, I have much passion in finance. I love reading books. I love listening to podcasts and gaining more knowledge on it. I also work out when in my free time and I play cricket. I used to play cricket professionally, but I don't play it anymore. So my new passion is finance now. Uh, that's it for me.
It was interesting you should bring up cricket because I swear I just saw an Instagram post at the university starting a cricket team.
Yeah, I've been planning to join the team.
I just was so random. I saw that. I'm like, wow, that's different. And then you mentioned cricket. So, all right, so moving right along. So, I want to talk a little bit of finance by Pratham because one of the things I see is students don't have a strong financial background. We were joking before the show. I watch my students to get their monitors on and they're like watching, the market. And, they're starting to short stocks and do trade derivatives. And, they're having fun until they lose all their money. I had a student like, do you know what you're doing? And they got all offended. Of course I do. And then a couple weeks later, I'm like, hey, we're not talking about the trading because he got greedy, took a big risk, and he lost his money, which is fine if that's the money you had to gamble with. But if that was your savings and you just lost it all because you got greedy, and one of the
Yes.
things I see is it's confusing, my friend, because there's so much information out there. Who do you trust? So is that what you saw and found the need to kind of help people guide them with correct information?
I'm never gonna help them to put money in it. I'm just gonna teach them how to do it and how you can save yourself to fall into financial traps. So that's my goal. I'm never gonna tell them put your money in this stock or this
Yep.
ETF. That's not my thing. I'm just
Right.
trying to teach them that what you can do and what you cannot do in this thing.
Well, that's important though, because there's times when, you're looking at it saying, well, I could, maybe do some stuff to make money. And it seems like it's a much better deal than getting a minimum wage job somewhere, and sometimes they just get a little too far in, or, they think they saw an excellent stock tip today, and they're like, well, I saw this on, a discussion board or wherever it was. And like, oh, I'm going to follow that and find out that it was a scam, and they just were trying to get people to buy it to drive up the price so they could sell it.
Exactly. A lot of people don't realize this thing. Everything you see online, it's not true. You should always listen to your personal counselor. That's how you should invest your money. Never listen to any kind of Instagram page, Facebook page, people who tell them buy this stock, buy this thing. Never do that thing because all they're trying to do is they'll make you invest all your money in it. Their shareholder value is gonna increase and they're gonna sell everything and nobody knows about the company background and everything.
Yeah. So how did you learn what to do and what not to do, my friend?
I read books. There is this book that I recommend every person who is into business and who is into finance should read this book. It's called Rich Dad Poor Dad. It is very common and very basic book, but from that book I learned a lot, and I also listened to pick top five financial idols who are in the like who are world best financial advisors and investors. Pick them, make them your role model, and listen to all the podcasts, read all their articles, and try to learn things from them. That's how I gain my knowledge.
So what type of tips do you share on your Instagram page, Finance by Pratham? What can people expect if they follow you?
Yeah, since I started the page, I'm trying with the basic knowledge of finance that if you start inputting your money, investing your money, you should know what means like suppose there's this thing dividend. A lot of people don't know what dividend is. So I'm just trying to teach them from the beginning that this is the part of finance. Dividends means getting bonus money on the share you buy. So that stuff along with that how you can reach your financial goals. I'll teach them that thing and what mistakes you should avoid when you start investing your money. That's what I'm trying to do that. since I don't have really good knowledge right now because I don't have any experience in financial world, but once I get the experience, I'll start putting actual content and actual things that's gonna help people. That's my goal for now.
I really like your first step, just having a financial goal.
Yeah,
If you ask people what's your financial goal, to be rich. Okay, how
yeah.
do you define that? I can tell you at 60, my definition of rich is a lot different than it was when I was your age. So
Mm-hmm.
again, it can change and stuff. So I like that you just, hey, let's start with goals. And you mentioned the simple things like dividends. When I was your age, I started buying dividend stocks and just adding some money every month. And all of a sudden, as I'm 60, we look at some of the investments we bought when we were your age. We go, how much money do we own in that company? It's amazing to watch just that dollar cost averaging. And, there was a time we was investing $25 a month, in various stocks. And because you could do it back then. It's like, hey, this was great. We thought, and then all of a sudden, 40 years later, you look, go, hey, that really worked out and stuff. So
Yeah.
it is kind of nice.
Th-
So, crystal ball time, my friend. What are you hoping to ultimately accomplish with this idea?
Nothing much. I'm gonna gain my personal values from it. I'll I'll get the I'll get money out of it by putting content once I get good amount of reach from that page.
Yep.
And the other thing is I'll help people with that. A lot of people spend their incomes and savings on some stuff and luxuries that they don't belong to. They try to show the world, but in the real life, they are getting into huge debt. They they increase the credit card bills, they get into luxuries that's never gonna help them. So I'm just trying to tell them that first be yourself, just be something, gather
Mhm.
the money, and then buy things that you owe. That's my goal in short. And a lot of people of my age, they're I mean, a lot of people, a lot of my friends, I see them, they're marching to parties and all that stuff. So I'm
Mhm.
just trying to, it's my way to send them a message that
Yep.
if you don't get serious right now, by the time you will turn 25 and 30, you're gonna cry, and you will see your friends who are struggling in their early 20s, getting rich, getting successful. So that's the only message I've been trying to tell them.
Like you said, the bet your best friend in finance is time. If
Yeah.
you invest when you're 20, it may only be 25, $50, but if you're doing it consistently month after month, I can testify to this. I did this. It works. It's amazing when you look, oh, wow, we've been able to save a lot of money but I liked your tip about paying yourself first. A lot of us go out and spend our money. What's left is what's left. And some months there's nothing. Some months we actually were negative. We added to credit card debt. But that's
Mm-hmm.
simple. Hey, I just got to put away this much money every month, and what's left is mine. And as you make more money, save that same 10, 20%, whatever it is. It's amazing to watch just what will happen. But a lot of us, unfortunately, we have a, good month. We work some overtime, extra hours. Well, I have extra money. I can go and buy something that might make me feel good today, as I jokingly refer to as a retail therapy. Hey, I really like this, new shirt I bought, but did I really need it? Versus, hey, if I would have saved that 25 bucks. Last thing, I have a friend, she's kind of interesting. You'll appreciate her. She's a teacher, and she asks herself before she's buy something, would I rather have the $50 in my bank or that new shirt? And
That's
she's like,
true.
I don't buy much, because again, if you ask yourself that as a serious question, in most cases, it's going to be, I'd rather have the money than the new top. Works really great for us. So, what's the best way for people to reach out to you? How can they learn more about your idea?
They can follow my Instagram page. I'm gonna post content regularly. They can personally email me or message me if they have any kind of question. I'll try to reach out to them personally. They can follow me on my LinkedIn. They can message me, hey, I have this question. Can you help me with that? I'll teach them. And if they want to give some knowledge to me, I'm very much happy to take that because there's nothing. Free knowledge is the best thing you can ever get.
Yep. Awesome. I appreciate you taking a few minutes to come on the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Thank you so much.